Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to be doing sharing using fractions. We're going to be doing the next step onto our lesson that we did before with sharing using fractions. Now, last time when we did sharing using fractions, you may remember that all the fractions that we used were ones with a 1 on the top for a numerator. We found out maybe what 1/3 of 12 is. Maybe we found out what 1/5 of 15 is. Or maybe we found out what 1/6 of 24 is. But nowhere did we go to a numerator that was more than 1. So now what we're going to do then now is we are going to be doing exactly that now. We are going to be doing today, we're going to be going to 2/3. We're going to find 2/3 of 12. Now the good news is that you always start with 1/3 or 1/5 or 1/4 or whatever the fraction is that you are busy with. You look at your denominator, and your denominator is going to be your fraction that you're going to do, and your numerator is how many pieces you're working with. Now, so first of all, we always start with 1. Okay, so 1/3 in this case. It'll be 1/3. Let's find out what 1/3 of 12 is, and then we will easily be able to find out what 2/3 are. So 1/3 of 12. Okay, so what were we doing before? Of course, we were saying 12 divided by, and then, yes, you remembered, we had to divide by our denominator. There we go. Divide by the denominator, and so 12 divided by 3 is 4. That's right. And if we were to divide up this cake into thirds, let's just do it roughly like this, because this one had a small enough number so that we could actually do it like this and see it clearly. So we draw in 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And now we have to find out what 2/3 are. Let's have a check. Let's work it out. So now we say, okay, 2/3. 2/3 then of 12. We're going to use our 1/3 first of all. The answer to the 1/3, this was 1/3, was equal to 12 divided by 3, and the answer was 4. We're simply going to be taking our 4, because 1/3 was equal to 4. So now we simply have to work out what 2/3 are. And then we say 2/3 are then going to be, that's right, you guessed it, 2 times 4. Can you see where our 2 came from? Do you notice that the 2 comes from our numerator? And where did the 4 come from? Of course, that came from our answer to our sum when we worked out 1/3. So we always start working out 1/3, and then we go 2 times our numerator, like we did here, 2 times 4. And we know that 2 times 4 is 8. So in this cake, it will be 8 slices. That's right. Now, this was a nice, simple, very simple one. So it was easy to see that if 1/3 was 4, can you see? And we added on another third. We just simply added on another 4. And what did we get? We got 8. But now this way that we've done it here, where you divide by your denominator, and then what do we do? So let's write that in here. We divide by the denominator, and we multiply by our numerator. And so we got 2 times 4 is 8. And can you see how easy that was? I hope that you're going to enjoy doing that now in your lesson 22 on sharing using fractions. And there I've reminded you of the steps as well that you're going to follow. I hope that you have a lot of fun doing that. Enjoy.